So we back with another video, and today we got y'all boys with another animation video, and today we're gonna be giving y'all the best animations in NBA 2K23 Season 4. Season 4 just dropped. We're gonna show you guys all the new animations. We're gonna show you guys all the season prizes, all that in this video. And in this video, it's gonna have everything you can think of. Dunk packages, jump shots, dribble moves, big man animations, layups, everything in one video. For more, all you gotta do is like the video. Hopefully you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, man, let's hop into it. Alright, so real quick, we just hopping on the season. Let's see what's the new season prizes looking like. So for you get like a t-shirt season 1 or a level 1. You get a basketball. I don't know what this is. I guess it's the trail. I don't really like the trail. You get a new jump shot meter. Some new logos. I think the logos is kind of a cool thing. I ain't gonna lie. And then they got the little sci-fi joints. They got the lion under your feet. I guess. They got a double XP. You get go-karts at level 20. That's kind of crazy. And you get more sci-fi at level 30. You get some Mountain Dew jerseys. That's not bad, I ain't gonna lie, but okay, and you get a badge point. So I seen some people complain about there not being no badge point or no like loadouts, but you do get a badge point. So for this season, you do get a badge point. But I'm gonna be honest, all in all, it's kind of a mid. Depending on how fast this drone teleport thing is. I know some people said it's trash because you can just go to the subways and teleport. But you know, you're not always just gonna be at a subway, so you could use the drone to teleport to a subway. And then I don't know. I don't know. It could be extremely mid. It could be extremely bad, but it could be better than what we think. But the season overall, I ain't gonna lie, it looked kind of Ellie. I ain't gonna lie. So let me know in the comments down below. What the hell? Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. All right, so animations wise, let's look at what they got new animations wise. So we're gonna put to show all. So LaMarcus Aldridge now has a base in the game. It doesn't look like the old fast. It looks kind of similar to the last one, but it look a little bit faster than the one from last year. But one thing I will say, it says A+ timing impact. That might be a W. Let's see. Anything else new? I put it to show all, so it should show everything. I'm not seeing anything new. Okay, we seen something right there. Bro, we're just in the M's. There's a lot of jump shots in the game. Okay, Chris Mullin. So this is like a jump shot for a 6'5" to 6'9". I mean, it's another A+ timing impact, A+ defensive immunity, but kind of slow. So I guess you could put some releases on it to speed it up. But okay, nothing too crazy. I think LaMarcus Aldridge, if it is kind of like how it used to be, then that could be a definitely decent jump shot. Okay, we've seen another one that was new. Kemba Walker now has a jump shot in the game. That looked decent. I ain't gonna lie. That actually looked decent top to bottom on the attribute wise. And that's pretty much it. Now I want to look at the I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to look at the LaMarcus Aldridge one more time, one more again. Bro, it's a lot of jump shots. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a lot of jump shots in this game. Like, bro, that's a long scroll. But you get A- speed, A defensive immunity, and A+ timing. I'm gonna be honest. That might be the best jump base in the game for bigs. Just looking at it, but you do need like an 86 3 ball, so that might be what it is. That might be like the deal breaker. All right, let's see if they got any new free throws. I doubt they got any new free throws. Any new dunks? Anthony Edwards has a dunk package now. That's kind of hard. I can't lie, that's kind of hard. Dribble pull-ups. I know y'all want to see the dribble animations. Tyler Hero has a dribble pull-up now. I'm gonna be honest, Tyler Hero dribble pull-up is kind of nasty. That looks decent. Michael Jordan spin jumper. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of nasty. Steph Curry hop jumper. That's not bad. That looked quick. I ain't gonna lie, that looked quick. At minimum, I guess for the people that want to see the post fade, it's a new post fade. Jason Tatum. Okay, nothing too crazy. All right, so moving on into the dribble animation, dribble styles. It looked like we had new stuff for everything. So we now have Ja Morant dribble style. You only need a 75 speed with ball and be under 6'10". Ja Morant pretty athletic, so I could see this being, that looked pretty fast, I'm gonna be honest. 75 speed of ball, that's for the 6'9s and up and below. So you can even use this if you're 6'9. That looked pretty decent, I ain't gonna lie. Size up escapes, or not size up escape, but the size ups. Then I got Michael Jordan size up. Nothing too crazy. Really looking for Derrick Rose is now in the game. Derrick Rose was the best dribble, like size up in the game last year, in my opinion. It definitely was the fastest. I was testing it before this. I'm gonna be honest, it's still really good. Quick chain, it was really overpowered because the quick chain last year, though, in my opinion. Quick chain not as OP in this game. If you know what quick chain is, it's killer combos. So Derrick Rose is not in the game. That does change things, though. That does change things. What else? Nothing else on the size of escapes or size ups. Now we gonna get into the size of escape. They got Stephen Curry. Curry slide is in the game. The Curry slide is in the game, so that's a big. So you only need a 92 ball handle and under 6'10". That's two big ones. Those are the two best, like, from last year, for real. Anything on the moving crossovers? Zion, moving behind the back, Luka. They still have not added, like, the best one from last year, but it is what it is. Moving spin, they got Kobe, but basic probably still gonna be the best one. Hezzy, they got Larry Bird. Hezzy, hey, was Larry Bird doing Hezzies? Let me know. Was Larry doing? Let me find out. Larry Bird was doing Hezzies. Nothing else new on these. That's all the other stuff. So yeah, we got some new stuff, some big game breaking stuff, but now we're gonna hop into what I think is the best animations for season 4, the start of season 4. So I was checking my analytics. Even with 100K, we still have 80% of you guys not subscribed. I don't know what else I gotta do. Now, if you guys want to get more in touch with me, you can join the Discord. But how you watching my videos and not subscribe? Subscribe! It's that simple. Alright, so this week we're gonna do the animations, or not this week. This season we're gonna do the animations a little different. So we're gonna have timestamps where we're gonna go in reverse order. So it's gonna lead up to what y'all wanna see. So if you wanna see a certain point, just scroll through it and you can see it. So we're gonna start it off with the post-square animations. So for the best big man animations, post-square animations, in my opinion, the best post-fade is Kobe fade. If you're not using Kobe fade, you're gonna use the new one, Jason Tatum. But if you're using Jason Tatum, you might as well just use Kobe fade. It's pretty much the same thing as MJ and stuff like that. So just use the post-fade, Kobe fade. For the hook shots, you're gonna go with Joel Embiid. I think that's the best one in the game, hands down. And then for the post-hop shot, best one in the game, hands down, is Kobe Bryant. All right, next is gonna be the layup styles. Now, for the layup packages, I went over this. So, if you're a smaller guard, you're gonna go with default small, Kyrie Irving. Where Kyrie at? I don't see it, but yeah, you're gonna go with default small, Kyrie Irving, or Ja Morant. If you are a little bit bigger than that, you're gonna go for 6'5" to 6'9". I would say long athlete is the main one. Then you would say Ja Morant. Then you could probably say like Circus. Then if you're big, I would say long athlete is by far the best one for you for the layups in the game. All right, next is gonna be the dribble animation. Now for the dribble animations, I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot of stuff they dropped this season that I think are gonna be top tier. But I'm gonna go in order for what I think. Now for the build I'm on my 6'1", so I'm able to get every single dribble animation. So y'all gonna be able to see everything. Now, I haven't upgraded my speed of ball max yet, so I'm not yet with a 92, but I do have 88 because in the previous season all I needed was an 88. But I'm gonna get it to 92 where I'm gonna be able to have Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the fastest one in the game before this season. But I do want to say Ja Morant could be the fastest one in the game. I was testing some of these. They don't have Trae Young in the game for some reason, or I don't think they do. Am I wrong? Am I tripping? Yeah, I don't think they have Trae Young in the game. That's like the only one I tested that like you definitely couldn't see. So Trae Young seemed like either shifty or quick. I don't know. That one could be the fastest one, but Ja Morant, it seemed like all around one of the best ones in the game easily. If you're not using Ja Morant, you can go with Michael Jordan. If you're not using Michael Jordan, you can go with Gabby Williams. That's what a lot of people in my comments, they be fighting hard for Gabby Williams. So if you like don't have any type of speed of ball to worry about, go with that. If you're an 88 speed of ball, you want to use one for 88, go with Kobe Bryant. If you're 92, go with Stephen Curry. If you're 80, I would just say go with Michael Jordan or Ja Morant. If you're 75, like a 6'9", go with Ja Morant or Michael Jordan. I think Ja Morant could definitely give Michael Jordan a run for his money though. All right, next is the signature size up. Now for the signature size up, it's a lot of these that you can go with. I'm gonna be honest. Ray for Austin, De'Aaron Fox, there's a lot of these. But if we're talking about the totality best one, I think the top two now have a third one to be competing with it. So before this season, it was pretty much Steve Francis and Trae Young. But now we have added Derrick Rose. Now, Derrick Rose last year was really, really overpowered because quick chain alongside it. It was really fast with quick chain, and you could get the fastest speed boost with it. Now, it's not going to be as fast. When you use certain like dribble styles, certain escapes, it's going to be a little bit more stiff, but you do still get probably some of the fastest speed boosts out of it. Now, you do probably get better combos, though, with Trae Young and Steve Francis. So it's really on you. It's going to take some time to get used to. If you're used to using it from last year, it's pretty similar. I will say that. It's just not as fast because there's no quick chain. Closest thing you're going to get is killer combos, but it's not nearly going to make it as fast. But what I will say, another underrated one that I've tested is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, I'm going to be honest, since they kind of have patched or nerfed steals, I think Kyrie Irving is definitely up there with those other three as well. So those are the ones I would probably recommend the most, but you got to understand these are all for under 6'5". So if you're not using those, I would say Trey C. McGrady. That's one that you need 85 and be under 6'10". If you're not using that, go with De'Aaron Fox. And after that, I guess you can go with like some of the Lukas and stuff like that. So those, after you get past that point, you're just gonna be using like something that's like under a 75. So I would say probably Luka. Cade Cunningham is decent, but I mean, yeah, Cade Cunningham would probably be the next one I would go for after those. That's 6'5" to 6'9". Now, if you are big, I would say Luka. If you don't get 70, that's just gonna be tough. I'm gonna be honest. I think Ben Simmons gets 65. You get anything below that, then it's literally gonna be tough. I'm gonna just say that. Now for the escapes. Now, I fought for Damian Lillard the past season a lot. They completely threw Curry in here, so it kind of makes Damian Lillard irrelevant. The only builds Damian Lillard are going to be really still good on is like 6'7". You don't get it on 6'8". You don't get it on 6'9". The only builds that really relevant is going to be 6'7" because you can't get a 92 ball handle on a 6'7". You only can get up to a 90. So Kyrie and Dame are still going to be the best. Now, when it comes to the totality of the game, the best size up escape package in the game is Stephen Curry or Trae Young. Trae Young is the best for mixed directions, and Stephen Curry, in my opinion, is the totality best one in the game. It has the Curry slide, and it has the hop back that everybody loves. And it also has some of the best crabs in the game. I think Trae Young has the best crabs and best mixed direction, but I think since they kind of nerfed it a little bit, I think Stephen Curry is up there on the misdirection as well. It's just, it has everything in one package. Like, you really can't compete too crazy. I do think Trae Young is a little faster, so it is going to be a little bit better on misdirections, but I do think Stephen Curry totality is by far the best one. If you are like a 6'9" and you can't get Dame or any of this, and you want to still have the hot back, go with LeBron. You can go with Paul George. You can go with John Wall, and those are what I would probably recommend for the size of escape packages. All right, next is the moving crossovers. Now, for the moving crossovers, I have been using Trae Young on this build, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm telling y'all, I was kind of gatekeeping this for the last couple weeks, but Jordan Poole crossover, kind of nasty. And now that they nerfed like bump steals and stuff like that, it's even better. I'm gonna be honest. I think right now, hands down, the best one in the game is Jordan Poole, but it is a lot different than a lot of these other ones. Like, it can really catch off. If you put no ankle breaker, this is like one of the best animations in the game to take ankles. I'm gonna just say that right now. Chris Paul is really good. James Harden is really good. Lonzo Ball, but in my opinion, the best one is Jordan Poole or Trae Young. All right, next is gonna be moving behind the backs. For the moving behind the backs, I use Pro, but if you want to, you can use Steph Curry. Stephen Curry is a decent one. I think Stephen Curry has an argument to be the best one. Damian Lillard has an argument to be the best one. Trae Young is cool. It's just, if you're gonna use Trae Young, I would just say use Steph Curry. It's the same thing with Kyrie Irving. If you're gonna use Kyrie Irving, just use Steph Curry. Luka is the new one. I can see people trying this one. I would just say go. If you're gonna use Luka, I would just use the Pro. But I mean, I guess if you get Luka, you could try Luka, and there's like no height thing for it, just like Pro. So maybe if you're bigs, you can try it, but I would say Stephen Curry is the best one, or Pro. Move and spin, this is pretty much like non-negotiable. I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. Basic, if you want to do all the spin backs, I mean, if you want that one spin back, that's gonna be in every single move and spin. But if you want like every single variety of spin back, you're gonna want to use basic moving spin. It's that simple. It's kind of crazy that basic is the least basic one, but it kind of facts. Now, if you're not trying to do spin backs, I guess it makes sense why it's called basic, but for spin backs, it's the best one in the game. All right, next is gonna be moving hezzies. Now, for the hezzies, I'm gonna be honest, the fact that they added Larry Bird is kind of still throwing me off, but I still think the best one in the game is Luka. But don't sleep on KD. KD's hezzy is still really good. It was the best one last year. Don't sleep on it again this year. All right, next is the moving step back. Easily the hands down best one is Luka. If you want to do like the spam from last year, you can go Jimmy Butler. I kind of do still mess with James Harden because of the snatchback, but I would definitely say Luka has the best one in the game when it comes to like dribbling, comboing, and stuff like that. Yeah, Luka is the best one in the game. And then last but not least, for the dribble animations, the best triple threat style in the game, Michael Jordan. It has pretty much everything. The escapes. I think triple threat styles is probably the most underrated animation package in out of everything. It just has more in it than anything. So I think Jordan definitely is the best one. It has a lot of stuff in it. There are some other ones. Steph Curry has a decent one, some other ones, but yeah, I do think Michael Jordan is the best one. All right, next is gonna be the pass styles. For the pass styles, in my opinion, from my experience, I will say this. When it comes to these pass styles, all these are good for certain builds. So if you're big, the best one's gonna be none in LeBron because it does the least. It like does the least extra thing. It's gonna get it out your hands as fast as possible. But if you want ones that's gonna get it out your hands as fast as possible, and it's like throwing around defenders, I would say Stephen Curry. But if you want to make sure that you get like limit your turnovers when it comes to like throwing around defenders, you don't want it to just throw into people that's maybe just running or maybe they're jumping at you for a block, I would say LaMelo Ball or Magic Johnson. It's that simple. All right, and for the best animation, I'm still on my 6'1". Y'all know I have my 6'9" that got 99 driving dunk. I could show it a little bit better, but you can still see the dunk animations. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. Best dunk animations in the game, in my opinion, as of right now, I think quick drops off one, still hands down the best two-hand dunk packages in the game. You don't really have to put on anything else, but if you do want to go with something else to be different, because everybody and their moms is using quick drops. I've been using quick drops for years. I don't know what's happened the past 2 years, but it seems like everybody use it. But I think front crutches is another good one, but it's not as good as quick drops. And both of these, you are going to need at least silver and limitless takeoff if you want to use it to the fullest extent. But if you're not using limitless takeoff, I would even argue front clutches is a little bit better. All right, next is going to be the one-hand dunk packages. I've tried a lot of these one-hand dunk packages because, yeah, you can go with just Russ, and Russ is going to be straight. I'm going to be honest. You can go with Russ, and Russ is going to be straight. You could go with Clyde, but Clyde has some bad animations too. But if you want to just have like the best in one package, I would say cockback tomahawks. The only thing about cockback tomahawks is it doesn't have that one dunk that everybody really likes that's in Russ. It has one of them, but it doesn't have like the main one that everybody likes. So I do think cockback tomahawks are good, especially if you're using the analog stick to dunk with your left or dunk with your right. Definitely gonna be good. But if you're not one of them people, just go with Russ and you'll be fine. It even has some decent one-hand dunk packages as well. And then for like the NBA players, I would say Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, pretty much the regulars. But another new one is, like I said earlier in the video, is Anthony Edwards, which I see him. But yeah, Anthony Edwards. But this is not really a usable one because it's all cockback and you don't really want to put the ball back there to get blocked. So I'm trying to get y'all stuff to get y'all auto points. I'm not trying to get y'all blocked and stuff like that. So yeah, it's cool, but I wouldn't use it. That's what I say. Big man dunks. I think the best big man dunks is the regulars, one hand or two hand. These are the fastest ones. Two hands for safety for the two hand. You want to go with one hand. It's going to be a little quicker, but I do find myself missing a little bit more with this. I don't know why, but I guess we do call it two hands for safety for a reason. But yeah, you can go with either one of these and be perfectly fine for the rest of the year. All right, next is going to be contact dunks. I went over this time and time again. If you guys want another contact dunk tutorial, I can do that. I already did that. I can put it in the comments down below if y'all want that link to that. I can do that again. I still got to do the dribble tutorial, so y'all got to bear with me on all this stuff. Y'all do want updates on all this stuff. But contact dunk tutorial or contact dunks real quick. Pretty much just put on as many of the packages that you can get. So pretty much if I was able to get small on this build, you know what I'm saying? If I went for 85 vertical on this build, I could have had small and I could have had elite and I could have had pro. But I didn't really care about having the small as well. So that may be something I think about doing on more of my builds in the future for these smaller builds, but it is what it is. It's not that deep. But yeah, pro. I only can get pro in this build, so I only put on pro. But I'm going to put on pro off 1 and off 2. Now, say for instance, you want the flashier dunks, just put on the elites. If you want the crazier ones, whenever you do it, just put on the least, because at the end of the day, you can do like the dunk meter to get a contact dunk at a really high rate of time. The only thing I say is put on all the animations so that you can have a higher frequency of getting contact dunks, because the more package you have more animations depending on the situation that you are coming from and where the defender is coming from. That's what I say about contact dunk packages and animations and frequency. When it comes to park dunks, I want to go over this. You do get a little bit of a boost to takeover when you do a flashy dunk, so park dunks do have a use, but use these at your own risk. That's what I'll say. They are pretty cool, but yeah, again, use it at your own risk. Moving on into the alley-oops. Alley-oops, I don't really like using pro unless I'm on a big, so I think it's just a little slow. If you are on the big though, you do need it because they do have like the standstill dunk, so you are gonna need this if you are on a big. I like Elite and Zion though. These are definitely the two fastest ones. I don't get Zion on this one because I know I have an 87, I have an 86. But yeah, I like these two for sure. Those are my two favorites. But if you are going for contact alley-oops, again, same thing. If you were going for contact alley-oops, even more than like the contact dunk, you're gonna be putting on as many of these packages as possible because you want more animations for the situation that you're gonna be in and where the defender is gonna be in. So depending on where the defender is standing and where you're coming from, or the angle you're coming from, so you want as many of these packages as possible. And the same thing with park alley-oops, the flashier the dunk, the more you'll get towards your takeover for doing a flashy dunk. Now, it's not like Showtime where you help your teammates, but it only just helps you, and it's not like a significant boost, but it's been in the game the whole year, so just for the people that want to know about that. All right, next is gonna be the dribble pull-ups. Now, when it comes to dribble pull-ups, I'm gonna be honest. Dribble pull-ups, they added a new one, Tyler Hero. I'm a big Heat fan, and I'm gonna be honest. Looking at this is really cool to me because it looks so similar to how he actually be pulling up. But I'm gonna be honest, it actually look decent, but I haven't really been able to test it. I was gonna say test it. So I'm not gonna really recommend it. It's never something, I've never used it in any other 2Ks, and it's something new for this 2K. So I'm not gonna recommend it. But when it comes to like the normals, those are gonna be the closest to your jump shot timing. But I'm gonna be honest, none of these really differ from your jump shot timing too much this year at all. So I just want to make sure y'all understand that. Now, my favorite ones in the game, if you're 6'5" and under, I think Ben McLemore is my favorite, but the best one in the game is Trae Young. Trae Young is the one that's going to get you wide opens the majority of the time, and it's very glitchy. If you're 6'5" to 6'9", my favorite is Michael Jordan. It's hands down what I think is the best one, but the most popular one is Devin Booker. Now, I think Trae Young is the best one for 6'5" and under, so don't get that twisted. But more people use Devin Booker. I think that Michael Jordan is the best one, though. I'm going to be honest. So, yeah, I always want to make sure that's cleared up. Now, Tyler Hero, you can use that on both, just like you use Devin Booker on both. Now, if you are bigs, that's going to be a little different. Now, you can use KD if you're a big. You can use Dirk if you're a big. You can't use normal. So I'm guessing you only can use basic. So if I'm a big, I'm probably going to go with Dirk. That's what I see most people do. Actually, no, that's cap. If I'm a big, I'm definitely going with Kevin Durant, but I know most people do use Dirk Nowitzki. So yeah, that's what I'll say for the bigs. All right, next is going to be spin jumpers. Now, spin jumpers, they did add a new one in Michael Jordan. Actually, I'm going to add that right now. Okay, maybe I can't because it's only for 6'5" to 6'9". So if you're a 6'5" to 6'9", I think Michael Jordan might be the best one in the game. This joint is nasty. I'm gonna be honest, this joint is nasty. I was looking at it, I was like, bro, they going crazy with that. But in my opinion, the best ones is kind of still the same. You're gonna go with normal if you want the fastest one. If you want something to just catch people off guard, you're not gonna be spamming spin jumpers like me. Pretty much just put on pro. Pro is just gonna be a one to just use maybe once or twice a game. Late in the shot clock, you need something to bail you out, go with pro. But I do think Michael Jordan may have taken that mantle for like the 6'5" to 6'9", and then I guess if you're a big, you're gonna go with Kevin Durant or Dirk Nowitzki. If you're a guard, you can also use Allen Iverson. That's what I say about the spin jumpers. It's not nothing like too complicated about it at all. All right, next is going to be the hop jumpers. Now for the hop jumpers, I'm gonna be honest, you got a good supply. I'm gonna be honest. Now, pro, in my opinion, Pro and Trae Young are the most versatile hop jumpers in the game, where they have a lot of different animations. They got the little put the ball behind your back, the double step backs. They got a lot of stuff in both of the Pro and the Trae Young. Now, if you want the double step backs, you got the James Hardens of the world. If you want to be a big man and have a decent one, you got Kevin Durant. Another one for big men is going to be Dirk Nowitzki. I think somebody in my previous video said Glenn Robinson III. I tested it. I didn't really like it at all. I'm going to keep that a full beam. In my opinion, the best one for the small guards is Kyle Lowry, but another one that you can use that's really fun to use is Allen Iverson. That's what I'll say. Steph Curry is another good one that they've added for this season. They've always had Steph Curry, so if you want to use one from like previous 2K, Steph Curry is still in the game, but I do think Kyle Lowry is the best hop jumper in the game. If you are 6'5" to 6'9", Harrison Barnes, Devin Booker, James Harden are the ones I would probably recommend, but Pro is also another one you could use if you're 6'5" to 6'9". And then bigs, like I said, you're going to go with Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, or you could even use this normal. And then last but certainly not least, the best jump shots in the game. Now, for the jump shots, I'm going to make a whole jump shot video dedicated to this. In my last one, I found a new jump shot for the 6'5" and or the 6'4" and under. But I've now recently found a jump shot that I went over in a short that I dropped today for the 6'5" to 6'9". So we're going to have a whole dedicated video going over all that. But I'm going to just give y'all what I think are the best bases and the best releases for the certain builds. So if you're talking about 6'4" and under, in my opinion, the best bases in the game is Stephen Curry. I can't get it on this build, so it's not going to show you. So you have to have like a 89 or a 91 or even a 93 ball to even be able to put that on as a base minimum. So yeah, that's what I say. But LaMelo Ball is still one of the better ones. But for me personally, I don't like it that much, so I don't really favor it. But I would recommend it for people out there. It's the most popular jump shot in the game for a reason. If I did a jump shot poll today, it would win by a landslide. But another one that I love a lot, and a lot of 5v5 Pro-Am guys love a lot. So if you're a guard and you want to play rec or 5v5 or Pro-Am, you might want to try this, and this Kevin Porter Jr. This is the one I've been kind of on lately. Let me see if I can even find it. But yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. This is the one I've been on lately. I kind of think of this as like the Kuzma for the 6'4s and unders. Now, when it comes to the releases I've been going with my faster release as my first release, I guess, since the beginning of last season. But when it comes to the secondary release, this is where it kind of mixes up a little bit. You can go with Stephen Curry, or you can go with Matt Thomas. There's some other releases you could go with as well, but those are the two I would recommend. Where Matt Thomas even at? Matt Thomas right here. Now, I would go with Curry, so I don't want to waste no time with that. So I'm going to go release speed max. For my blendings, I tell y'all this all the time, but let's go over it again. So what I either go with is 85, 20, or 85, 15, 75, 25, 60, 40, or 50, 50. Now on my guards, I most likely am going to go with 85, 15, or 75, 25. On my bigs, I'm going to most likely go with 60, 40, or 50, 50. And on my 6'5" to 6'9", it's going to probably be the 75, 25, or 85, 15. So yeah, I just want to make sure I clear that up. But we're going to go over the other jump shots as well for the other builds. Alright, getting to the, I guess, 6'5" to 6'9", I'm going to be honest. If you want to use default swing as your base, I'm going to be honest, it's definitely a very, very valid jump shot. But if I'm talking about the main jump shots, I would say LaMelo Ball. Honestly, Bielisa is really more for spotters, but I would even recommend that. People even use O'Shea Brissett. But my favorite one in the game is hands down Kyle Kuzma. Now, with that being said, it's been a jump shot that's dethroning it. I'm gonna have a full dedicated jump shot video to go over it. But yeah, it's going to be Taurean Prince. Now, I've been talking about Taurean Prince for a while. I'm gonna be honest. But I'll be honest, it's not the best in the game for 6'9". 6'9" is the best in the game. But if you're 6'5" to 6'7", or even 6'8", I would say Taurean Prince is the best jump shot in the game for those specific heights in those specific builds. So yeah, I just want to make sure that's known. It's literally strictly because it even might even compete with Kuzma, because that last season it felt like a lot of the jump shot timing was changing way more frequently than ever. And with Taurean Prince, it pretty much never changes. So that's why I've kind of come to an agreement that I might like that even more. Now, I will say for 6'9", it probably is still, you know what I'm saying, Kuzma. But yeah, I think it may be a fight though now. Now, when it comes to releases, I would go with Oscar Robertson. No matter what base it is, these are the releases I'm gonna go with. Now, depending on Kuzma, I do think Bird is probably the best one to pair with Oscar Robertson. So maybe it does matter a little bit. I may have capped a little bit there. But I like going with Klay Thompson, Larry Bird, and Jason Tatum as my releases. Rudy Gay too sometimes if I'm like trying to use a really, really good base that may need a little bit higher requirements, and I want my requirements to lower a little bit so I can be able to use it on a specific build. So yeah, but yeah, I would blend it more towards Oscar, and like I would do for a guard, and it was going to be either 85, 15, like I said earlier, or 75-25. That's just really what it is. And look at the stats. You're not gonna get no stats like this on Kyle Kuzma. I'm gonna just say that. And yeah, it's just that simple. All right, next is gonna be the jump shots for the bigs. I'm gonna be honest. Off rip, I'm gonna say it. LaMarcus Aldridge might have a chance. Now, I'm gonna throw on the releases early so y'all can kind of get a gist for all these jump shots I'm gonna show you guys. So the releases, I would say for the bigs that I feel are the best. So if you want something that's gonna be kind of like the Oscar Robinson for the bigs, you can go with Olynyk. Well, I'm gonna show you guys how it looked if you put on a limit. It like speeds it up a lot more. But you also could put on Dirk Nowitzki as the secondary and just put on whatever other ones. I think the Dirk Nowitzki secondary is a little bit better because it's gonna keep you a little bit more balanced on the stats. So I think the best releases in the game though are Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, or Kevin Love. So either you're gonna go Tim Duncan, like I showed you guys right here, or you're gonna go Kevin Love. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how it look with this. So pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend it more towards the Dirk, and I'm gonna go 60-40, like I showed y'all earlier. Now, for the bases I would say LaMarcus Aldridge is a good base. Bielisa is a good base. That's probably my favorite base for bigs. Chris Bosh, if I see a big using Chris Bosh, I know that he can shoot. I'm gonna be honest, I know they can shoot, and it actually has really good stats. The only thing is, it does have a pretty decent requirement. So yeah, I want to make sure that's known. But this build has a 92 3-ball, so I'm not really tripping on that at all. But yeah, Bielisa and then O'Shea Brissett. I've been using O'Shea Brissett. I've been testing it a little bit. I like it a little bit more now. The only thing is, it's just like an off-brand Curry, but it's not nowhere near as good as Curry. So timing-wise, it's similar, but like the green window is way smaller in my opinion, from my experience, and it changed like timings a lot more. I don't really like a lot of these jump shots that change timings. And yes, basics, the different bases do change timings a lot more frequently. I think Bielisa is my favorite because maybe it just changes timings the least. And we gotta still test out LaMarcus Aldridge, but I do think it's gonna be competitive in like for all these bigs. And I'm gonna be honest, bigs, you don't really need release height that much because it's only for 6'10" and up builds. So majority of the time, I'm gonna be honest, y'all gonna be straight on these jump shots. So I think release height is gonna be a little bit not that big of a deal, and the fact that it gets an A+ defensive immunity to go alongside how bad the release height is with an A+ timing impact, that's gonna be a big W. So yeah, those are the jump shots I say are the best for bigs. And like I said earlier, if you're gonna use a blending, you're gonna blend it either towards Olynyk or you're gonna blend it towards Dirk. But since I didn't go Olynyk, I blended it more towards Dirk, and you're gonna go with 60-40 or 50-50. And that's going to be the best jump shots in the game, whether you're a guard, a wing, or a big. It's that simple. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. But before I end the video, I almost forgot. I was gonna go over this earlier, but 2K, I'm gonna be honest, y'all added a lot of stuff this season. I gotta give y'all credit. Y'all added the let your nuts hang. I trolled it. But yeah, they added the Curry slide, the DRose. But if you've been a channel, like you've been watching the channel for a while, they added the let your nuts hang back. Now, I'll be honest, is the let your nuts hang probably better in previous 2Ks? I thought about it. I think this is the best they've ever had it, but I think in previous 2Ks it's been better. Now, hold on. The reason why it's probably better than other 2K, because you could just activate it every single time. If you wanted to put it as a standing, you want to put it as a after every 2-pointer, if you wanted to put it after every 3, you could activate it every single time. Now, you only get it on greens, and we know how the green stuff works this year is you have to get like 2 or 3 straight greens just to even get it to activate. So, and it doesn't even activate consistently. So, it's kind of a troll to do it like this. I'm not gonna lie, 2K, but I'll take my W's with how they come. I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah. Shout out to 2K for adding all this new stuff. I'm really glad y'all put the let your nuts hang in the game very early this year compared to last year. Same thing with Curry. Y'all did troll a little bit with the D-Rose and Trae Young, but I'm glad y'all didn't wait all the way to like season 7 to start adding some of the best animations in the game. And y'all added them like season by season. The only thing I say for 2K is when it comes to the dribble styles, I think y'all need to add like a dribble style that's really, really overpowered for like 80 plus speed ball to make 6'8" a little bit more relevant. I think y'all need to add a dribble style that's going to be really, really good for 85 speed ball to make 6'7" a little bit more relevant. And I think y'all need to add another dribble style for the 92 speed ball to make those smaller guards a little more relevant. But I will say 2K did a good job with how they did it this season. I will say that. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, all you gotta do is like the video, Hopefully you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be the first to all the videos. Share this video to anybody, and I mean anybody you think would help. This is the banger right here. We got a lot of stuff coming very soon. Builds, takeovers, badges, 99s, all that coming soon. Just stay tuned, and I got y'all boys. 2K added a lot of new stuff that I didn't even get to show y'all. But yeah, all that stuff will be coming soon. Hope y'all boys been enjoying. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. And after me, man.
I might break up. Shawty wanna show her ass out. Our blood rate got a good shot. One up, I pass out. I got a whole lot of mud shot.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!